much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV.
Want to sight a sky-high perspective of the beautiful city of New Orleans. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge standing by from the sidelines. David? Well, they are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. We got a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Memphis, they're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And checking out New Orleans, just a couple spots back.
You know, right now for the Grizzlies, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for New Orleans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Ingram attacking, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Morant passes to Anderson. Out of hand on it. Just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Ball with the bucket. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Anderson dishes to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Electric in the air. There's a certain energy that Morant generates that others simply don't have.
Here's Williamson. Rebounded by Jackson.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And here's the fast break. And that one's good. Williamson.
Just a terror in transition. Zion's understanding for how to exploit these situations is one of his greatest strengths.
Here's Valanciunas. That shot misses. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, the Grizzlies trail by 5. The Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Williamson and the rejection by Valanciunas. And they're able to recover to the middle. Second shot opportunity, and he comes up with the deuce.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Zion Williamson on top. Ja Morant third.
These two rookies have been going head-to-head in the box scores for a while now. There have been a few big nights for both of them.
Yeah, and these guys, Greg, are built to wear you out. I mean, young, talented. They lit up the pinball machine last month. Let's see if they can keep it going.
To the inside. Inside. It's intercepted. Here's Hayes. Rebound by Jang. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Pushing it up. Pulls up. No good from Clark. The Pelicans have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Wasted no time on that one. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Melton. Back to Jang. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one drops. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Here's Hart, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Here's Melton. And too long on the shot. Here's Melly. 11 points for him in that last game against the Kings in Sacramento. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Redick surveying the D. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
J.J. Redick is out there with Jackson. Then there's Okafor. And it's Melly in at the power forward. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Outside for Jackson. Okafor inside. Jang defending. And the rejection by Jang. Okafor. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, I like the fact that Okafor has worked tirelessly on making his shot fake effective. Well, it's a beautiful thing to see when he gets the defense to commit and to know the kind of work he put into making that shot fake work for him.
Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well. But a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy. He gets coming downhill at you.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. To the paint. Kicks it out to Allen. Out to the right wing. Memphis moving that ball around. There's the pass to Melton. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. The putback, it's good on the putback. Clark's got 4 points now in the quarter.
In all of his athleticism on display there, Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Here's Hart. Rebound by Jang. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Allen passes to Clark. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Well, as much as Gorgui Jang does on the court, he'll be remembered, Clark, by many for his off-the-court contributions.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly there. Jang has revamped hospitals in his home country of Senegal, as well as sent thousands upon thousands of meals back to his homeland. I mean, you can't say enough about what this man has done for others. And that really is a measure of influence, maturity, and leadership. Great, great impact being made by Jang off the court.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 5. We're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Drew Holiday is checked in for Frank Jackson. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Milton. Pass to Clark. Here's Morant. Back to Clark. Pass to Allen. Now here's Jang, covered by Reddick. Jang dishes to Clark. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. 1:15 left in the first half of the game. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. 5 to shoot. Hayes dishes the ball. It's over Morant.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense.
Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Passes to Williamson. This is to Hayes. And the rejection by Valanciunas. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Hayes. 6 points for Zion Williamson.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
It's blocked. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. Pelicans leading by 8. Ball feeling it out a bit. There's the dish to Williamson. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Anderson inside. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Ingram with it. Kicks it to Williamson. Wide open. With the tip. And so it's New Orleans. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They have an 8-point lead. Shaq, how do you think New Orleans play? And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The Grizzlies trail by 8. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And there's Anderson. Then it's Brooks. We're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. Two brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
And here's Brooks from outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And it's in there. And Drew Holiday, one of the three brothers, playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Aaron, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Here's Williamson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. On the wing, Jackson shoots over Ingram. Anderson tips it back in.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. Anderson passes to Brooks. The kick out to Anderson. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it clean.
And here's Ingram from the arc. No good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. The drive by Brooks. And the rejection by Favorites. And now the Pelicans on the break. Ball's running. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain. He can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself, but everything else with his game is what you do.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Hart kicks the ball. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Ball's got 4 this quarter. A minute 50 left here in the third quarter. Clark, the pass to Melton. And here is Brooks. He feeds it to Valanciunas. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Valanciunas has got his second bucket.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Hart the pass to Hayes. He kicks it to Ball. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
They get it back. Favors from deep.
Come on.
Tries to keep it alive. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Okafor's checked in for the Pelicans. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Memphis trailing here. There's 42 seconds left in the third. Down low. Here's Clark. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
New Orleans making a switch here. New Orleans gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. Seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Redick for three. Valanciunas grabs the board. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. Here's Valanciunas. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Here's Melly. Sinks the three-pointer. Melly's got 5 now. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pelicans ahead, up by 5. From New Orleans, back in a moment. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Their backcourt, Ball and Redick. Hart is out there with Hayes. And it's Melly in at the 4. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Morant kicks to Brooks. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Hart. Outside, Redick. Inside, here's Melly, and he dunks it down.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Shot from the wing. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Morant.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Morant.
Gotta love watching Morant get after it. He goes all out. Tank, never on him. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Hayes the pass to Williamson. And the rejection by Jackson. Valanciunas against Ingram. And here's Anderson from the arc.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Holiday goes in. Hayes dishes the ball. Can't cash in from close range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Jackson kicks to Valanciunas. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5 to tie it up. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. And it's now only a 1-point Pelican lead.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Grizzlies.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
And foul on the shot. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And really, guys, I can't put a ceiling on Ingram. I mean, with his length and his shooting stroke and work ethic, this is a guy who I think has the potential to be truly great.
Anderson passes to Morant. Back to Anderson. Pulls up. Jackson. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Ball kicks to Holiday. Ball to pass to Williamson. Got it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And there's the pass to Anderson. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Latrey. And it's Williamson with the rebound. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. Pass the ball. This one for three. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Boy, he loves taking over in big spots, Kevin. He doesn't back down, and you can see how much he relishes these moments.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks, for
body fluid and goaltend.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in.
We get a look at the sun shining in the... And with... Well, you're right, D.A. A big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Jazz, advantage in one series. And, of course, the Memphis Grizzlies. They're back in the 8th position.
And for the Grizzlies, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Now here's Brooks. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Just 5 on the clock. Conley grabs the miss. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Back to Conley. Here's O'Neal. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Even double teams, he had the vision to see the open man.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Ingles kicks to Conley. Gobert, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Gobert. 4 on the shot clock. For 3. Rebounded by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. From deep, Brooks hits it from 3-point range. And that'll tie this game up.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Gobert kicks to Conley. Back to Gobert. Conley into the lane. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. Knocks it loose. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Clark. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Just 2 to shoot. Allen for the 3.
Boy, the lateral quickness of Donovan Mitchell. What a solid defender.
Utah leading. Conley kicks to Ingles. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Watanabe. 1:25 left here in the first quarter. Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Conley. The Jazz working the ball around now. It's rebounded by Memphis. To the middle. Here's Jang. And he can't bank that one in. Jazz leading by 5. Niang passes to Mitchell. Here's Gobert. Outside Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. And it's off from 3-point range. Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to Portland. Here's Allen. Gobert with the block.
And the remarkable reach of the stifle tower. Gobert twice on the pipes.
Melton, no good. Utah's gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
For the Jazz. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Clark. Here's Melton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying to get open is Jang. Melton's shot is good.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on 3-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay.
Well, the one thing about Clarkson, a little bit inconsistent from deep, so that's a welcome sight for his team.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And we wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the
ups and downs of injuries.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant now in at the guard spots. Zhang is out there with Clark. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Well, I think, Kevin, this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on, his ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
Clarkson passes to Niang. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And the shot is good. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Now here's Morant, defended by Moutier. To the left side wing. Here's Morant. Off target from three-point range. There's the steal, and that one's good by Clark.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
Clarkson kicks to Moutier. Looking to end the run. Buries the long-range jumper. Moutier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the pass to Valanciunas. Here's Morant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and two shots coming up.
And Morant is great at putting pressure on defenders, which in turn draws contact.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang. Mitchell, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And Mike Conley subbed in for Moutier. Now here's Morant. Over by Conley. It's stolen by Gobert. Now here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Donovan Mitchell welcomes the opportunity to draw contact and either get to the free throw line or make the shot.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
It's Anderson with the drive. It's stolen by Gobert. And here's the break. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And Going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Here's Melton, covered by Mitchell. Kicks it out to Allen. To the paint. Zhang, the pass to Jackson. And the shot goes down. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
Well, Gorgui Zhang is a big man, is an excellent passer. That's a pretty look.
There's the triple, and O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got his second bucket of the night. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the inside. Here's Jackson, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
O'Neal passes to Ingles. Now here's Conley. 4 seconds left. That shot, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, for the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They only had a couple rough stretches as the... Thanks for joining us, folks.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things different.
Well, probably 2 guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has on his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great example. Morant with it, now defended by Gobert. Passes it to Anderson. Brooks against Mitchell. And that one's good. Brooks has got 5 now.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
The wide open look here for Ingles. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Well, just another weapon in the arsenal of Joe Ingles, right? The catch and shoot game on point.
And it's Morant missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Conley. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Brooks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been awful.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Jazz with some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Donovan Mitchell comes in for George Niang. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And that one's good by Clark.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Morant, and another basket for Memphis.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Jazz passing it around. Ingles finds Clarkson. Off the left rim and out. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
11 feet away, and it's denied.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Memphis.
And the potential of Morant is sky high. A dynamic guard. He plays with a Russell Westbrook type edge and intense on both ends.
Pass to Clarkson. To halt the run, bangs home the trifecta. Clarkson's got 6. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Pocket 6, good on the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Mudiay, who's checked in for Utah. For Memphis, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. Jazz trail by 8. Mitchell kicks to Ingles. The rebound by Anderson.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Clark for 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Man, if Clark ever hits that shot with consistency, watch out. That's a game changer.
And it's Mitchell missing.
He's got to know not to take that shot when he's so closely defended.
For Memphis, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Mitchell. And Memphis also making a switch. Brooks checked in. The Jazz shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Here's Morant. He's got 13. Out left to the wing. Anderson inside. O'Neal's there. Here's Clark. Anderson chipped back in for 2. Anderson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Stolen by Brooks. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Grizzlies have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. He hits the 2nd from the line. Clarkson with the ball. He got it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies up by a dozen. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Clark is out there with Jackson, and it's Anderson in at the small forward.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Jazz trail by 12. Here's Gobert. That one goes in.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Moutier brings the double team. There's the feed to Brooks. Shoots over Clarkson, and that one's good. Brooks. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Moutier looking around. Gobert finds Clarkson. Here's Moutier. Utah getting another chance here. And he gets the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Mitchell missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
That one good for two. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Gobert with the block.
And it's still a close game, really, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Kevin, how fast does Donovan Mitchell get off the ground? My goodness.
Right wing. With the floater. No good from Clark.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
George Niang, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. From deep Ingles. But they get it back. Back to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Fires from deep. They grab their own miss. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Brooks, the pass to Anderson. From 10 feet out. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 5 assists in the game. Stolen by Anderson. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Morant, and the layup is good. Morant's got 12 points here in the second half.
And when Morant is cooking like this, it's fun to watch. He burns you in so many ways.
That one falls.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. He's feeling it. Can't hit that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Niang. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Back to Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Grizzlies.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Brooks.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Conley's shot is off. Now Morant launches a 3, drops in the tray. Morant's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21 demo.
The Grizzlies sporting their best look as they came into the building. And
well, guys,
doing it all, DA, thanks. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. A nice shot by Booker. Brent, 2 explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. And here are the Suns now, following the score by Memphis. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Rubio looking around.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line. And Devin Booker, where would the Suns offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. Brooks outside. The kick out to Anderson. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Rubio finds Booker. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Nice shot by Brooks.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
The drive by Rubio. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. That one, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Here's Morant. It's blocked.
Oh, man, it's 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
And there's Booker on the assist by Ayton. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
Here's Anderson. Bridges with the board. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. It's a three-point game. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Here's Jerome. Outside Carter. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
The handle and the acceleration. Morant moves around the court with the ball on a string.
Here's Baines following the score by Memphis. And the Suns miss again. There's 1:17 left in the first. Here's Morant. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Outside Carter. They get the rebound. Saric on the follow.
And the anticipation of Saric. Outstanding at staying engaged and just eating up those rebounds.
Bridges with the steal. Here's Carter. Lays it up and banks it in.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
It's stolen by Saric. Pass to Carter. Here's Jerome. He kicks to Bridges. Carter outside. From deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. The Grizzlies trail by 7. The pass to Jang. Now here's Morant. Now here's Jang. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Carter, the pass to Baines, 16 feet away, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there at his size with that kind of touch. That is money. Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And so it's Phoenix heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
We've got Carter, Aaron Baines out there with Kaminsky. Then there's Saric, and it's Jerome in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Here's Jerome. Carter outside. Pass to Jerome. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Saric. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
The turnover margin was well within their favor, and you have to point to that ferocious D they played as the biggest factor in that win.
Now here's Allen. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Carter with the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we'll call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Well, no. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
Now here's Brooks. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. And stolen by Booker. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball. Lobbed up there for Booker.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Outside Jackson. The kick out to Anderson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
Anderson that time shooting without any hesitation. Slow-mo getting one off.
Kaminsky, the pass to Booker. No good on the three.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Trying to get open is Brooks, and Anderson gets it to go.
Well, capable on the interior to score so long. Slow-mo. Anderson not going to pass up a look like that.
No good from Booker.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
A nice shot by Anderson.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And Booker kicks to Rubio. Pass to Johnson. There's the three. And the three ball is good. Johnson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Anderson passes to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Go into the rack with energy in the D, afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Phoenix shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Mikal Bridges comes in for Johnson. Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. Brooks misses.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's Ayton. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Grizzlies have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Clark. And he lays it straight in. Clark's got 6.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Booker finds Rubio. Kaminsky with the ball. From the baseline. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And stolen by Booker. Passes it to Bridges. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Here's Morant. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Ayton. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see. The first quarter was a difficult one for Memphis. They gave themselves a lot of work to do. And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So on the floor for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the three, the small forward. Morant with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. Suns trail by 4. Stolen by Anderson. Now Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5. And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review. Coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have, Greg, a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same.
Rubio the pass to Ayton. And here's Booker from the arc. Brooks grabs the board.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Morant with it. It's Jackson atop the key. Just 5 to shoot. Over Ayton. The offensive rebound.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Took him no time at all on that one. 9 points for Devin Booker.
Such a creative scorer as Devin Booker. And look at him just checking out the options and scoring that time.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Now the feed to Jackson. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Over Johnson. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Ayton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. Sun changes for Phoenix. Sharge comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. And Memphis also making a switch. Mason Allen's checked in for Kyle Anderson.
I do love the confidence. Ayton knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. On the wing, Booker for the tie. Here's Sharge. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Carter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Memphis leading. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Down low. And stolen by Booker. Here's Saric. And slam dunk by Saric.
And you have to get Saric of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Well, every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
And you wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Carter for three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Brooks has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Melton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Stolen by Brooks. To the paint. No good from Clark.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. They lead by 1. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. A steal. Carter left side. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Carter's got his 3rd basket of the night. Brooks finds Clark. Here's Melton. 1 second left, and that's good for 2. Melton's got 4 points now in the quarter. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Grizzlies lead by 1. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Suns, Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Ricky Rubio is out there with Carter, and it's Baines in at the 5. Good ball movement here by the Suns. The shot by Saric, no good. The Grizzlies shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Here's Brooks. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got 4 rebounds in this game. The drive by Rubio. Good on the shot. And the Suns lead by 1. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Morant, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Some changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Saric, and it's Booker in for Carter. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Outside for Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. No one covered.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. And you don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. It's Brooks on the wing. Back to Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The first free throw is good. And Memphis making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Bridges shot. Good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Brooks over to the wing. Anderson passes to Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Phoenix leading by 3. Here's Baines. Up again. It's good on the putback. And that's 10 points for Mikal Bridges.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Anderson outside. Feeds it to Valanciunas. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Ayton. Over Morant. And Ayton the bucket on the assist from Rubio. Rubio's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Grizzlies trail by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Anderson kicks to Morant. On the wing, Brooks. To the middle, deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Sharge checked in for the Suns. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make them pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
Back to Rubio. Stolen by Anderson. Morant with it. Now guarded by Sharge. Valanciunas passes to Morant. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Suns. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bridges misses.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Here's Jackson. Got a piece of it.
And you can't be careless around Sarge. When he's on you, he is looking to send that one back.
Missed. So the Suns win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
A beautiful evening in town. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldrich. Well, the G League continues to be a great asset for the NBA. Great stuff, David. Thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Memphis. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And checking out New Orleans, a couple spots below.
You know, right now for the Grizzlies, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the 5. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
In Memphis, a small town, not a free agent destination, but the connection between these fans and their team really stands out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I love Memphis. Shout out to Bill Street. Oh, man, they got some great food there, GA. I'll take it to one of my spots next time we're up there. But Memphis is known for its food and music. I mean, the MGs, as some call the Grizzlies, a treasured part in the scene.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. In the corner, it's Ingram. From outside the arc. That shot off. And Memphis the other way now. We're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Brooks, the pass to Anderson. At the elbow, it's Jackson. 5 on the clock. And Anderson gets it to go.
Thanks to Kyle Anderson's size advantage over most of his matchups, he's an effective interior scoring option.
Morant with the steal. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Morant. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
From the wing. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, we talk about the big vertical with Williamson, but what about the hang time?
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. From past the arc. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Jonas Valanciunas. 6th in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Here's Melton. Rips down the breakaway slam.
A solid defender, Morant, adept at reading the opposition and realizing when to go for the steal.
Hart the pass to Hayes. Here's Melly. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. Now here's Hayes. Defense is right there. Count it.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Here's Clark. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And that one, good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Jackson. To the inside. Melly. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Melly's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity that gives them the lead.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Jason Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. And New Orleans also making a change. Okafor's checked in. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jang finds Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Hart the pass to Jackson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Two on the clock. Banked in off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Pelicans lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay. I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, they've got J.J. Redick. He's out there with Jackson. Okafor out there with Hart. And it's Melly in at the power forward. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Facilitating from the inside. I mean, that could be a valuable asset from any offense.
Inside. And Okafor slams it in.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
No, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
The pass to Jang. He feeds it to Clark. 4 on the clock. Jang, no luck.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Well, he came into the league out of Duke, already a great shooter and a great scorer. But J.J. Redick has made himself into a quality all-around player.
Yeah, he's never going to be an all-defensive selection. I mean, get that straight. But he does put in work, and he puts enough work in to hold his own at that end of the floor.
Melton, no good. Pelicans leading by 3. Here's Hart. Rebound by Jang. For Memphis, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And Allen slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Passes to Melly. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Melly's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans. Allen outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Hard kicks to Reddick. Jackson passes to Melly. The shot's good. Melly's got 4 this quarter. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Melton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And that one's good by Clark.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
There's Jackson with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Jackson's got 6 points.
He's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
Allen outside, stolen by Jackson, and pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Okafor against Jay, and there's the whistle on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And yep, we thought we might see it, and the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
First team foul. And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. On the wing, Holiday. Dishes to Favors. Pass to Ingram. Ball feeling it out a bit. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And again, no good by New Orleans. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
That one drops. He ties it up.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Favors brings the double. Here's Valanciunas. And another miss by Memphis. Pelicans leading by 3. Here's Holiday. Off with the layup. 35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Clark dishes to Anderson. Pass to Morant. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Clark, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Derek Favors.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
New Orleans gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Ball, the pass to Holiday. Back to Ball. Holiday left side. The feed to Williamson. Clark for 3, and that one released in time, but no good. So
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big... And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Morant. No points in the game yet for him. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. It's tipped. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Ingram. The Grizzlies pull it in. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. A nice shot by Anderson.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
To the paint. And Holiday kicks to Favors. Here's Ball. Williamson. Great positioning on the putback. Williamson's got 6 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Oh, man, from parking lot that time, Morant testing out the range. Looks like he has all systems go.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Morant. It's deflected.
Solid shot blocker at his position. Ball slant. It allows him to make a difference on this end.
Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Ingram wide open. And again, no good by New Orleans. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Allen's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Lonzo Ball. And here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
And the effort from Hart there. I mean, outstanding instincts and initiative to come up with the steal.
Allen in the post. Here's Valanciunas, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Here's Jackson. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And it's Ingram missing.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Allen passes to Jackson. Kicked his pocket. Holiday against Brooks. Offensive rebound. Williamson. And good that time. Williamson's got 8 points.
Yeah, and you feel like Williamson could do this almost any time he wants. The strength, the athleticism. I mean, it's next level.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Jackson. And that one, good. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
And Holiday kicks to Okafor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And while we can, let's see which rookies have led the way in scoring since the All-Star break. Zion Williamson on top. Ja Morant third.
The picture of the elite rookies in the NBA has come into focus since the All-Star break, and their scoring has put these two front and center.
Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Memphis moving it around. Now here's Morant, guarded by Holiday. It's Morant in the corner. On the wing, Jackson, just 5 to shoot. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. 5th in assists, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint.
Rise, fire. That's often Redick's mindset, and you see why. And this is the result.
Here's Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Hart kicks to Holiday. Down low, and Hayes throws it down.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Lonzo Ball is checked in for Josh Hart. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. The pass to Clark. And it's blocked. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Count the basket. Redick's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you'd like to see a greater effort to change ends.
Here's Holiday. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. It's been a good one. New Orleans on top as they end the 3rd quarter on a 14-6 run. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So the Pelican 5 right now. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. He's out there with Favors, and it's Redick in at the 3 spot. Sinks the triple.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
To the wing right side. Watanabe, no good.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Morant with a wide open look. It goes straight through with the switch.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
And finished off by Morant.
That's what a point guard with length gives you. I mean, Morant is built perfectly for the modern game.
Pelicans leading by 5. Holiday up top, guarded by Jackson. Ball with a wide open look. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 6 assists in the game. Morant reaches to Brooks, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Oh, man, a tough shot maker with deep range. I mean, what an answer from Brooks.
Right side Favors. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. He's off on the first. Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. The Pelicans also changing it up. Williamson comes in for Hayes. And it's Ingram in for Drew Holiday. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Shot clock at 6. No good off the back of the rim.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Count it. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Brooks in the corner. To the middle. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Brooks. Valanciunas has got his first points of the night. Ingram with it. Passes it to Reddick. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, you love seeing Valanciunas spike it back. When he's active on this end, it makes a difference.
Drills it from outside.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
And Brooks gets it to go.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
Favors passes to Reddick. To the paint. Brooks against Ingram. Morant with the steal. Count that bucket. And now just a 4-point New Orleans lead.
And this is what you want from your leader. No moment is too big for Morant.
Outside Favors. Back to ball. And he makes good on the layup.
Bracing the spotlight. Give Ball the opportunity to shine, and he'll welcome it with open arms.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
How about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Pass to Anderson. The dish to Morant. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And that one's good by Favors. And now a 10-point New Orleans lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
This is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling. He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Great open look there. Ingram's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Pelicans.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Favors passes to Ingram. Got a piece of it. And Favors kicks to Ingram. From the arc. And another three for New Orleans.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
So we see the...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity.
A beautiful beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight, the FedEx Forum. It's D.A., take it away.
Head coach Quinn.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. Fantastic backcourt facing off tonight in this one, Smitty. Let me ask you, do you think this is a guard-centric league right now?
Kevin, it is. And no matter how tall you are and what position, pretty much 90% of the guys now can dribble, they can pass, they can shoot. We have guys that are 7-footers that we're calling guards. And so I think right now this is a guard-oriented league.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the threesome. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the three, the small forward. So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Just 4 to shoot. Morant kicks to Valanciunas. No good on the triple. Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Brooks. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
If you're the defense, not much you can do. Donovan Mitchell had his mind made up. Bad intentions.
Jackson, and yes, it's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
They get it again. Gobert. And the pass to O'Neal from deep. Utah gets it back. And Gobert kicks to Conley. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. Pass to Jackson. Unloads from 9. Good. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The two things that have held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
And the Jazz with possession here. The Grizzlies making the shot. And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. And the 3 off target. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Jackson. And no good, trying to use the glass. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. And here's Conley outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. And finished off by Morant.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Jazz trail by 4. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. He kicks it to Conley. And here's Ingles outside. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
The silent assassin, Ingles, continues to do his job and does it at a high level.
Tries from 10, and Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant. And it's 6 points for Jaren Jackson. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Back to Mitchell. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Passes it to Jackson. Anderson outside. Here's Valanciunas. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
That's a terrific read by Gobert, understanding the offensive end better and better, especially as of late.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Jazz have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Conley, the pass to Ingles. From the corner. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brooks with the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Back to Mitchell from downtown. Utah keeping it alive. A new 14. The shot and game clock separated by 4. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No one willing to step in front of Valanciunas. That's a big guy driving the lane.
The Grizzlies shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Here's Melton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Gobert with a wide open look. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Grizzlies. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly...
Very key to have a coach like that.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
We've got Allen. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark, and it's Melton in at the point guard position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And that one falls for Davis. We see it all the time, Smitty, the league doing more to protect the landing zone of shooters, but for some guys, they're using that forward momentum to change that landing spot. What do you think of that?
Kevin, this is a great debate because as an offensive guy, I know you see a guy launching, I might change my shot and start to go forward just in case I can get a foul if it doesn't make the shot. This is a tough call to call. It's going to be like the charge block, I think, in some years to come.
Clarkson against Allen. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Clarkson.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Melton feeling it out a bit. From beyond the arc. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Chang, Gobert with the block.
With plays like that, Gobert can start to get in your head. He covers so much ground.
Chang dishes to Clark. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had. Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Kicks it to Jang. 6 to shoot. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Great job on that drive. Gobert finds ways to help this team at both ends. A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
The Jazz on offense. It's been 10 unanswered points. Inside. Niang, that's good. Niang's got the lead up to 5 now for the Jazz.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Brooks checked in for Allen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Royce O'Neal comes in for George Niang. Mitchell, he's checked in for Clarkson. And Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Here's Clark, over by Conley. Out to Brooks, beyond the arc. Goes back up. Jang, no luck.
He can't get anything to fall this quarter. And obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
And the basket by Ingles.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively. Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
It's good on the putback.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here, only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Conley with a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Conley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Stolen by Mitchell. The pass to Conley. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jang's got his 5th rebound in this one. With 1 on the clock. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
Love how seriously Conley takes his defense, closing out on shooters when...
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. Thanks for joining.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So on the floor for Utah. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at small forward.
Jonas Valanciunas, the big fella, dominating in the paint.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, helped him to hold his own. And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Fires the 3. He can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to Morant. He kicks it to Valanciunas. And he banks in the layup. Valanciunas has got 10 points. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a...
Boy, did he go way up for that one. Oof. This is what impressed scouts with Mitchell. 6'10" wingspan for a player who is 6'3". That's going to get you some rebounds.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Elton's checked in. Utah also making some changes. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Jazz leading by 6. Moutier kicks to Niang. Moutier pass to Niang. Nice ball movement by Utah. Back to Gobert, and there's the defensive 3-second call. The Jazz have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And so he hits the technical free throw. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league. And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Moutier. The dish now to Gobert. Mitchell in the corner. Back to Gobert. Clarkson on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Clarkson's got 4 this quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Gobert with the block. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Clark comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Allen subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Davis is checked in for Utah. And that one's good by Clark.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Moutier. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Allen finds Clark. From deep three-point range, they get it back.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Clarkson on the wing. 10 points for him. The drive by Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Mitchell doing a good job. In order to have a chance in this league, you've got to be able to score. He's done that tonight.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Morant.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Back to Moutier. Outside, Davis. Niang passes to Clarkson. Over in the corner, Moutier. Morant with the steal. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now just a 1-point Jazz lead.
A solid defender, Morant, adept at reading the opposition and realizing when to go for the steal.
Stolen by Jackson. Anderson passes to Morant. Jackson trying to break free. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Anderson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Niang. The Jazz again can't hit it. Memphis is on 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. It's stolen by Moutier. Clarkson finds Mitchell. They can't stop the run with that one.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 1. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Brooks. Clark is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then it's Morant.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Here is Conley. Three-pointer. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Memphis trailing here. Here's Melton. Conley grabs the miss. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Here's Ingles. Finished off the break.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And there's the pass to Melton. Pulls it up. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Conley. O'Neal with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the basket by Ingles.
Can't sleep on Joe Ingles. Knows how to pick his spots and when to be aggressive.
Here's Melton. Covered by Conley. Clarkson against Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson dishes to Jang. And nothing is falling for him right now. Jazz leading by 6. Shot from 16. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. To the inside. Here's Melton. The Grizzlies with another miss. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the basket by Ingles. And now a 10-point Utah lead.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Jazz also changing it up. George Niang comes in for O'Neal. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Clarkson. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And here's Conley outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Conley's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz. A smitty of recent players to enter the league. Which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high draft picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the three.
And as good as Morant's been, there's still plenty of upside. One of the younger players to enter the draft in 2019.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Shoots the three. And Utah, another three.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Niang passes to Conley. Here's Niang. The Jazz working the ball around now. Mitchell's shot is good.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. And Utah also making a switch. O'Neal's checked in. Gobert finds Ingles. Conley with the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant passes to Jackson. And it's Memphis with another.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carryovers into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
And finished off by Morant.
Terrific steal to start the break. The eye-hand coordination, the long arms. Anderson is tricky.
That's good from Morant. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Pass to Bradley. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back.
And how cold-blooded is Jackson. He knows how to step up when the game is on the line.
Here's Williams-Goss. Pass to Tucker. Here's Williams-Goss. Guarded by Jackson. Oni. And so it's Utah with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The Memphis players making their way through the tunnel earlier. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sharks.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
Yeah, it's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future. These teams want these individual players to be like. Booker looking around. Buries it from three-point range. Booker's got 6 points.
Well, this guy has such a versatile offensive skill set. Devin Booker is a threat once he steps across the half-court line.
Valanciunas. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Booker dishes to Johnson. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morant. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
And the basket by Rubio.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Ayton, the pass to Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Johnson. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Johnson down low. Jackson on him. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Rubio.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last Doris in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Zhang comes in for Valanciunas, and it's Clark in for Jaren Jackson. Phoenix also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Now Morant, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Brooks for 3. Carter pulls it in. Phoenix leading by 5. On the wing, Booker takes a 3. It doesn't go for him.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's blocked.
Oh, Dario Saric sends it back. Go ahead, sir.
And the layup's good off the glass.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Morant. T right on him. From the high post. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, the definition of an effort player. Zhang shows off that high motor, converts off the glass. Nice.
Not going to go that time. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Carter. Phoenix keeping it alive with a new 14. Shoots over Morant. Misses off the left iron.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 10 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now Zhang, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Brooks for 3. The shot missing. And so it's the Phoenix Suns heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
Setting the floor for the Suns, we've got Frank Kaminsky. He's out there with Aaron Baines. Dario Saric is out there with Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point. Here's Allen. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. Here's Melton. No good from outside.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Saric, that's good.
Well, you can tell Dario Saric's teammates want him to take these kinds of shots. When he plays with confidence, look out.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. We talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kevy is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Saric passes to Jerome, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Saric.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Phoenix making some changes. Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Johnson comes in for Saric, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Now here's Allen. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Anderson outside to the middle, and stolen by Ayton. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Jerome, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Melton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Nobody near Allen. And another miss by Memphis.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has got his first bucket in this one.
But Kevin, this guy's been adept at finding ways to finish inside. Jonas Valanciunas doesn't miss many of these chances. Given an opportunity, he'll deliver.
And the upside for Ayton was always present. But Doris, were you surprised at how polished he was as a rookie?
Not at all, because DeAndre Ayton has got a big-time offensive game. This guy can finish with the best in the league right at the cup. You know he's dynamic on the offensive end, and this guy's only going to add strength and get better on the defensive end.
Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Milton. Ayton wide open. But they recover it. Fires the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. 1:24 left now here in the second. Jackson. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Jackson's got his third basket of the night right there.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference. Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Just 3 to shoot. Bounce pass from Valanciunas, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Suns leading by 11. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Brooks.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
With three, Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Phoenix shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Now, this is one of the most talked about international players ever, and I think Rubio just needs to stay healthy and keep working on that shot.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns going into the break with a 10-point lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Eat. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 assists, and that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You're gonna like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Suns leading by 10. Booker outside. Takes the 3. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tipped away. Rubio dishes to Johnson. To the right side. And here's Booker from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. Clock at 6. And Valanciunas kicks to Morant. Here's Jackson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Carter for 3. Here's Kaminsky. Sinks it after the cagey pump fake. Kaminsky's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Suns. He's guarded by Johnson. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Shot clock at 2. Valanciunas trying to free himself up.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Suns moving the ball around. And it's Carter missing.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
It's stolen by Kaminsky. And Phoenix pushing it up now. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Allen with the rebound. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Valanciunas. Carter with the three. Carter can't get that one to fall.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Memphis. Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Morant in for... And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defender.
Baines passes to Saric. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Saric has got 5 now.
Well, because of his size and length, Dario Saric so comfortable on the interior.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Booker. Makes it off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Suns lead.
Well, the pass to set up that bucket was terrific. Fired it right up the court. Didn't allow the defense to react in time. Nice.
And now let's find out who the top rookie setup men have been since the All-Star break with this look at the assist ranking. Ja Morant, number 1.
He's making progress in his first season in the league, and his command of their offense and opposing defenses improves every time he takes the floor.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooks checked in, and then for Phoenix, Mikal Bridges checked in for Aaron Baines, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. No good from Booker.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Brooks from down in the low post. It goes.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
One of your keys defensively is do your work early and push him out of his comfort zone.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Morant with it. Lays it up and banks it in. Morant's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
It's good from long range. 11 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Goes up from the top of the key, and it's Memphis with another.
Showing off the focus there. It's hard trying to distract Morant when he's locked in on his jumper.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. Back to the action after this word. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Bridges with the steal. Booker against Brooks. Pass to Ayton. Over Brooks. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Ayton's got the lead up to 14 now for the Suns. Clark for 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. For three, Booker. That shot, no good. Nice D from Brooks.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Passes to Clark. Back to Jackson. Over Ayton. Jackson misses.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Suns leading by 14. Here's Rubio. The pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Rubio. Back to Ayton. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
No good from Booker. The Grizzlies have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Anderson wide open, drains the 19-footer.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Suns. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Boy, that's the vision and ability to deliver precise passes. Rubio completely on point.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. For 3, Booker. Saric on the follow.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Grizzlies trail by 18. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And that one's good. Morant.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Booker looking to end his cold spell, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaren Jackson. The first one falls. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. Shot on the way. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 6 assists now in the game. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Now here's Morant, guarded closer. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Anderson. Puts up a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Phoenix leading by 17. Pass to Booker. Shoots. Offensive rebound.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
And Ayton stays with it.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive.
Oh, gentlemen. My goodness, step back.
That was incredible. Now, here's Rubio. He's guarded closely, and it's Johnson with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
First team foul. That free throw good from Anderson. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Jackson. Grayson Allen's checked in for Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. And then for Phoenix, Aaron Baines comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And Dario Saric subbed in for Mikal Bridges.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Jackson. Passes it to Watanabe. Jackson kicks to Allen. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Watanabe passes to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. It's Allen on the wing. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Suns ball. Here's Rubio for 3. Booker doesn't go that time. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking.